Hey guys, Dr. James Jernigan with Cornerstone Chiropractic, and I'm here with Liz Kahn with You Be Well. And we want to talk and kind of recap from what we did yesterday, which we talked about transition times to be able to fit your goals in to really making those transition times really effective. And so we're not going to go into it too deep, but there's another video that you can watch about the transition times. I strongly recommend it because it is a good video. And it can drastically change your life. And so today,
certainly your drive, your commute.
Absolutely. Make it more effective. And, and you don't even have to add any extra, you don't have to wake up a half hour early to get these things done. It's like I read a book a week with just my transition times. Well, I listen to a book, right? So today we want to talk about your goals. And we want to make sure that your goals are actually first off a goal and not just a hope or a dream. Right. And because a lot of times,
Well, and Macmillan Dictionary defines the word goal as something you hope to achieve, but the word objective as something you plan to achieve. Yes. So maybe like in my work, we change the word. We don't use the word goal at all. We only use the word objective.
That's good.
Because it is something we're planning to achieve. And if we're planning to achieve it, then what do we need to do so that we can be successful?
Well, I'm going to switch out the goal after this, and I'm going to say instead of a SMART goal, make it a SMART objective, because I love that.
Good stuff.
I love that. So SMART. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented. If you combine all those 5 components, I think that's 5. Yeah. If you combine those 5 components, you're going to be able to turn your hopes and your dreams into something that you can actually start to achieve and track yourself, because that's where you love tracking. It's like if Liz is not having a good day, it's like, let's talk about
give me numbers. Give me numbers.
So yes, bring us home with that.
Well, it's interesting because sometimes whatever it is that's frustrating us can become an objective. And I was telling Sarah just a few minutes ago about really the lengths that I will go to when I'm frustrated. Yeah. And back when my son he was 3, and we were trying to get him to eat vegetables. Now, any parents out there trying to get their kids to eat vegetables, we've got 2 camps of people. We've got the people who are like, my kid is adventurous, he'll eat everything. And then we've got, my kids will only eat white foods. Yes. Right?
Texture.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Joshua was one of the white food kids, and I was not having it. Yeah. And so truly it was tracking, and we would do things where for every bite, he would get to put a stamp down. But what I was tracking was actually the time between bites.
Nice.
And so when I saw that it was taking upwards of 10 minutes for him to take that next bite of broccoli, that's how I knew that what we were doing actually wasn't working. And we needed to change it. But it was only from looking at that data. And it's really important. So
I like that so much. That is so good, because sometimes we're so driven. Yeah. This is the goal, or this is the objective. Right. Now this is the objective. But if it's not working, we got to be able to change directions.
And if we think that what we're doing is supposed to work, but it's not, that can also lead to a lot of emotional stuff around that. Like when I was really sick, and it was like, well, I've started taking these supplements. Oh, this is when you came into my life. I was like, I'm taking all these supplements, but the supplements aren't working. Yeah. What needs to change? What's different? Yeah. And so, because I knew it wasn't working, because all of the things we were supposed to be measuring, they weren't changing. Enter Dr. James, and understanding that absorption is part of the central nervous system. Right. And so after that, that's when I could really start to track the difference, that my supplements were working when my central nervous system was allowing for absorption. Yeah. The intervention worked when I made the environment work for it. But I wouldn't have known that had I not been able to track my progress and understand what I was getting from that data.
That's good. Awesome. So action steps, because we're all about action steps this whole year. We want to give you good action steps that you were even hitting on, because, we need to make this be able to apply in your life. Because if it doesn't, then, or if it can only apply to 2% of the population, then it doesn't matter, because there's the difference between diving all in and being that person that just dives all in, and then there's a person that slow wins along the way, keeps you focused on your objective.
That was good.
Okay, so what we want you to do for your objective for today is we want you to make a SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented objective for an area that you want to grow in.
Where are you frustrated?
Is it like, do you want to have more time with your family? Do you want to have, do you want to work out more? Do you want to get, in shape? Like, we need to...
Or is your kid not eating vegetables? I mean, there are so many things.
Like, we need to be able to find where we want to go, right? And then find an action plan to get there, and we do that through objectives.
Yeah, we do. And truly, if you don't know if your intervention is working, please reach out.
Yeah.
I love helping people set up these simple tracking systems, because if it's not simple, you're not going to use it, and then everybody's wasting everybody else's time.
Yeah.
So I can help you find a super simple way to determine if what you're doing is working for you, and from there you use that information to make your next choice. I love it.
Perfect.
Is it great?
Yeah. And look at us, way
under 10 minutes.
Perfect.
We're doing great.
That's what I'm talking about. We love you guys. We're going to be here tomorrow. If you want to know a certain area, certain thing that you want to grow in, or if you have questions about how...
What do you want to track?
What do you mean track? Like, what? Even if it's that question, Liz right here is an expert at that. And honestly, just email it. Like, you can just say out your email.
You can always get me at liz@ditchthedx.com. Do you know what DX is? Of course you know what DX is. If you don't know what DX is, email me, and I'm going to tell you, because it's lots of fun. Liz@ditchthedx.com.
Wealth of knowledge right here. So we love you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.